All right, real quick, we're going to make a like an airplane wing. Essentially, it's a great practice for loft and understanding kind of a little more about how loft works. So we're actually going to start in our right plane. And what we're going to do is sketch a line just like so, that it's going to be 6 inches from the origin. So I'm just going to turn on my line command. Once I go into a sketch, Shift plus S is the keyboard shortcut for that. L is the keyboard shortcut for line. And am I getting a lag here? What's going on? I don't have time for this. What's going on? Odd. I'm not sure what kind of fluke just happened there. Line. Maybe I have some snaps turned off. Oh, okay. Never mind. I see what's going on here. I'm just, what happened was, oh shucks, I should have left that open so I could show you. When I pressed Shift and S, it started to sketch in the front plane, so it wasn't sketching. So let's try that again. Shift S, sketch plane, right plane. And then we'll go ahead and do a line here. We're going to dimension that out. Be 6 inches long. And what we need to do is create a spline. All right, and this is going to be kind of an organic process here, meaning we're not going to go for a lot of precision, but get that dot kind of like on this vertical, and then get a second one. Your third dot should be, I don't know, I'd say at about the 4-inch mark, if there was one, not to be exact, and then go ahead and just tie it in right there at the end. All right, press escape to turn the spline command off. And then I know typically we want our sketches to be defined. In this instance, we're going to just go ahead and leave this undefined. I'm going to hit check. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to create a new plane. So up here in this button is plane. And basically we're offsetting this plane from the right plane. And we want to offset it a total of 10 inches for model airplane wing, for instance. And what that does is it's going to give us an extra plane right here. I'm going to go ahead and turn these planes off just to help hide a little bit of the confusion. And we got this extra plane here. So when we click this plane, we can right click, we can view normal to, and what we're looking at is that sketch off in the distance, 10 inches behind that plane. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a similar sketch to the one we have here. And what that'll look like is what we're going to do is sketch, make sure the sketch is in plane 1. We're going to make a line and another line. And I'm always just careful not to establish constraints just yet. And when I'm clicking, you don't want to accidentally click it, lock it in. You can always fix it later, but can throw you off sometimes. So dimension this line to 3.5. And then I'm going to dimension that point to that point as 4. All right, and then what we're going to do is do the similar shape right above it with the airplane wing using about the same parameters. So we're going to turn on our spline command, come up, and then get to where we're above it again. Don't really want to be bigger than our back profile. It doesn't have, nothing has to really match up exactly. But just a sketch about like that, right? And now what we're going to do is just loft these two sketches together. So I'm going to turn it like this. We're going to hit check, and I'm going to go ahead and hit this loft button, and I'm just going to choose that sketch, and I'm going to choose that sketch. And what you'll see is we made an airplane wing that not only has the contour of a wing, but also tapers like so, like an airplane wing does. So we could, if we wanted to, we could do another loft of an even larger profile this direction, or a smaller profile that direction, and we would see that wing really taper. So that one's a pretty quick and simple one, besides the mess up at the beginnings.